beneath the frozen roof of the Arctic, a strange shape moves through blue darkness. Pale. Quiet. Almost ghost-like. Then something impossible appears. A long spiral tusk extending from its face. This is the narwhal, the so-called unicorn of the sea, a whale hidden in one of the harshest places on Earth. A creature of ice, darkness, and mystery. For centuries, its tusk-inspired legends, people believed it belonged to a unicorn. But the truth is even stranger. The tusk is not a horn. It is a tooth. A living tooth that can grow longer than a human body. And it may sense the world around it. To understand the narwhal, we must first enter its world. A world far from most human eyes. A world of shifting sea ice. Cold water. Long winter darkness. Deep channels. And breathing holes that can mean life or death. Narwhals are toothed whales. They are close relatives of belugas. Both live in northern waters. Both use sound to survive. Both are shaped by ice, but the narwhal is more secretive. It lives in places where the ocean is covered by a frozen ceiling, where darkness can last for months, where sound travels through cold water like a map. Narwhals do not have a tall dorsal fin. Instead, they have a low ridge along the back. This helps them move beneath ice. A tall fin could strike the frozen ceiling. Their bodies are built for narrow spaces, cold currents, deep Arctic channels, and long seasonal journeys. The tusk makes them famous, but the ice makes them who they are. The narwhal's tusk is usually found in males, though some females can grow one too. It grows from the upper jaw, spiraling outward like a pale spear. Straight. Elegant. Strange. For centuries, people traded these tusks as unicorn horns. Myths grew from a real animal few had ever seen. But the tusk is not magical. It is biological. A tooth turned into one of the ocean's most unusual structures. Scientists still study what it does. It may help with social display. It may help males communicate status. It may detect changes in water, temperature, salt, pressure. It may even be used in contact between males. Narwhals have been seen crossing tusks. This behavior is sometimes called tusking. It may be social. It may be competitive. It may be communication through touch. The truth may include more than one answer. In nature, one structure can serve many roles. Weapon, sensor, signal, status symbol. The tusk is a mystery still alive in the ice. But narwhals are not only tusks. They are deep divers. In winter, they may dive far beneath the ice, down into dark Arctic water, searching for fish and squid. Their prey can live near the seafloor, far below the frozen surface. A narwhal must hold its breath, dive through darkness, find prey with sound, feed, then return to air. This rhythm is dangerous and precise. The whale cannot breathe underwater. It must return to openings in the ice. A missed opening could mean death. The Arctic gives food below, air above, and ice between them. This is the narwhal's challenge. A mammal living between breath and darkness, between frozen ceiling and deep prey, between ancient instinct and shifting ice. Narwhals use echolocation like other toothed whales. Clicks travel through the water. Echoes return from fish, ite, and seafloor. From those echoes, the whale builds a picture. Not with light, but with sound. In deep Arctic water, sound becomes sight. The whale listens to the shape of the world. A fish school may appear as echoes. A channel may appear as a corridor. Ice may appear as a ceiling. The seafloor may appear as a hunting ground. The narwhal's world is acoustic, quiet to us, full of signals to them. The Arctic darkness is not empty. It is mapped by clicks. Narwhals migrate with the seasons. In summer, they may gather in coastal waters. Bays and fjords become gathering places. Groups move through open leads. Calves swim close to mothers. Males raise long tusks through cold air. When they surface, the scene looks like myth made real. In winter, narwhals often move offshore, into dense pack ice, where openings shift and close, where breathing requires knowledge. They may return to the same seasonal areas year after year. These routes are traditions written in movement, passed through bodies, through mothers and calves, through memory and experience. The Arctic is not random to them. It is familiar, dangerous, but known. Narwhal calves are born without long tusks, They stay close to their mothers. In icy water, closeness matters. A calf must learn where to breathe, where to follow, when to dive, and how to stay with the group. The Arctic does not forgive separation. A young narwhal depends on social learning. It learns roots, sounds, ice patterns, and the rhythm of breath. To be a narwhal is to inherit a frozen map. A map that changes every year, but still guides survival. The tusk grows slowly in males. Over time, the young whale becomes unmistakable. A pale body beneath ice. A spiral tooth reaching forward. A living symbol of Arctic mystery. But beauty does not make life easy. Narwhals have predators. Orcas may hunt them when ice opens. Polar bears may attack near breathing holes. Humans have hunted narwhals for meat and tusks. The tusk that made them legendary also made them valuable. In some Arctic communities, narwhals have long been part of culture and survival. Food, tools, trade, stories. Conservation must understand both wildlife and people. The narwhal is not just an animal in isolation. It belongs to an Arctic system. Ice, prey, predators, human communities, and changing climate. The greatest threat now may be change itself. Sea ice is shifting. Some areas open earlier. Some freeze later. Shipping and industrial activity may increase in northern waters. Noise can enter places once dominated by natural sound. For a whale that listens through ice, noise matters. It can mask communication, disturb migration, make feeding harder, or push whales from important habitat. The Arctic is getting louder. And for narwhals, sound is not optional. It is how they see, how they find, how they stay together, how they survive beneath ice. Climate change also affects prey. Fish distributions can shift. Ice-associated food webs can change. Migration timing may become less predictable. The old frozen map may no longer match the new Arctic. That is the danger of rapid change. A specialist built for ice faces a world with less certainty. The narwhal's strength is adaptation to one extreme world. But when that world changes, specialization becomes vulnerability. The unicorn of the sea may be less mythical than fragile. Protecting narwhals means protecting Arctic quiet. Protecting sea ice. Managing shipping routes. Respecting migration paths. Reducing disturbance. And listening to Arctic communities. Conservation here must be careful. Science matters. Traditional knowledge matters. Local experience matters. Because narwhals live in places few outsiders understand. To protect them, we must understand the world that shaped them. The ice is not empty. The cold is not lifeless. The darkness is not silent. Beneath it all, whales are moving, listening, diving, breathing through openings in a frozen world. Imagine a group of narwhals traveling under pack ice. Above them, the surface is broken into white plates. Below them, the water darkens into depth. The whales move slowly. Their tusks point forward like pale lances. Clicks pass through the water. Echoes return from ice and fish. A breathing lead opens ahead. One whale rise. Breaks the surface. Breath steams in freezing air. Another follows. Then another. The frozen world opens just enough for life. For a moment, the myth becomes visible. Then the whales vanish below. Back into darkness. Back into sound. Back into a world we rarely see. This hiddenness is part of their power. They do not need to be seen to matter. They are essential pieces of the Arctic story. Their movements reveal seasonal change. Their bodies reveal adaptation to ice. Their tusks reveal mystery still unsolved. Their future reveals the speed of climate change. The narwhal is a messenger from the frozen north. Quiet. Pâle. Difficult to reach. But its message is clear. Ice matters. Quiet matters. Migration matters. Ancien route matter. And change in the Arctic does not stay in the Arctic. The narwhal's tusk may look like fantasy, but its struggle is real. It is a whale of today, not just a legend of the past. It needs breathing spaces, feeding grounds, quiet waters, and ice patterns it can still read. Without those, the unicorn of the sea loses its world. Somewhere now, a narwhal calf swims beside its mother. The calf has no great tusk yet, but it has already entered an ancient path. It follows the pod, learns the ice, learns the calls, learns when to dive, learns where to breathe. One day, if it survives, it may carry a tusk of its own, a spiral tooth pointing into the Arctic dark. That future depends on the world we leave behind. The ice, the quiet, the prey, the roots, the balance of a frozen ecosystem. The narwhal has survived by being perfectly Arctic, not tropical, not built for warm, open seas. It is a whale of ice corridors, deep dives, echoes, spiral tusks, and hidden northern journeys. The narwhal is not just the unicorn of the sea. It is a deep-diving Arctic specialist, a whale that listens through ice, a mammal that breathes through shifting openings, a traveler of routes older than maps. Its tusk turned into legend. Its life remains science. Its future depends on ice. And its mystery is still alive. The narwhal is a whale of breath and darkness. A censer-bearing tusk in a frozen sea. A living myth shaped by real survival. A reminder that the Arctic still holds secrets. The narwhal is the Arctic unicorn with a living tusk. And beneath the ice, the legend is still swimming.